so much so that it consumes us. Our refusal to forgive causes more pain and hurt to us than it does if we just forgive someone. When I was a teenager, I held a lot of anger and a lot of bitterness towards my father. When my parents got a divorce, I blamed it all on him. He was the one who left. He was the one who chose to abandon his family. And so the anger and the bitterness swelled in me for years. Then I came to know Christ. And I came to the point where I was confronted with my unforgiveness. So I decided to forgive my father. I let it go. I laid it down. And I laid down the right to demand that he owe me something. And one night, I was about 15 or 16 years old, and I was visiting his home. And it was right before bed, and he came in and wanted to say goodbye. This was about 5 to 6 years after the divorce was final. He came into the room, and I remember this night as clear as if it happened last night. And I don't have a great memory, but I remember this. I looked at my dad before bedtime, and I built up the courage to say these words: "Dad, I forgive you." Now, this is something that had been weighing on my heart and my mind for weeks because I had forgiven him. I just hadn't vocalized it to him. And when I said, "Dad, I forgive you," he looked at me with some absolute confusion on his face. And he goes, "For what?" And I said, "For the divorce." And he goes, "Okay." That was it. And that's when I realized that all my bitterness, that all my anger, that all my resentment towards my father only hurt me. It was because I was unable to forgive him that I was an angry and hateful teenager. All the while, the person I was the most angry with had no idea that I was angry at him. Forgiveness is freeing them from a debt that they owe to you, but also freeing yourself from a prison of bitterness. Here's what we have to know as disciples of Jesus.